everyone. If you're watching this, it looks like you're watching this on the replay, but again, I recorded this unlisted just so I can try to save time, because realistically I should be getting in the shower in like 20 minutes for work, but I'm probably going to push that back some. So I just want to hurry up and get some thoughts out on this, because it seems like whenever these things play out, I'm usually unable to do this, and I have a little small window to this time today. So I'm going to get some thoughts out while it's happening, actually. So for those unaware of what I'm talking about here, apparently there's this big there is this big like spat going on between Katie Joy and Amy Duggar King. I don't really care who's at fault. It's just fun to watch. So that's what I'm going to be talking about. What am I doing? So share window. All right, we're going to start here. Yep, we're going to start there. Okay. So this is her Facebook page, and I'm going to go over to her Instagram too at some point. But I kind of like starting off on her Facebook page. It's funny. So that's something she just posted. So this right here, she puts up the interview that she did of Amy King, like, I don't even know, like 2020 or something. It wasn't last year, so I think it was the year before. Oh yeah, I don't have makeup on or anything. That's by the weird filter. Sorry. So anyways, yes, this interview, allegedly she put the interview up, and then Amy called and said, it has to come down. Jim Bob called me this, and another thing, whatever. So Katie Joy reluctantly apparently took it down. Now she's put it back up because, she's all out of fucks, I guess, whatever. I don't know. So here, her fans, whatever, obviously commenting, and it's amazing how much they can buy into Katie's bullshit, isn't it? I mean, it's kind of scary too when you think about it. So here we have, finally, this is the interview I did. Wait, she put it. Oh yeah, here's where she posted it. Was she saying this one though? Interviews from March 2020. Okay. So here, though, she posted, finally, this is the interview I did. Was Amy in March 25, 2020. The interview covered many topics, but overall wasn't negative toward the family. Yeah. This is the interview, too, where Katie asked Amy to cover up as she breastfed her kid. She's feeding a baby, and Katie wants her to cover up. That's whatever. That may be my hang up, but it's really annoying. The video only had 1,800 views before she asked me to remove the video due to demands from Jim Bob Duggar. As you can see, the video is still in my archives, set to private. At this point, I may as well make this public again to prove Jim Bob shouldn't have been making demands to her. I don't think it's ever okay for someone to threaten someone into silence, and that's exactly what he's done to her and so many others. Yeah. Okay, so Jim Bob, in a way, is trying to silence you or Amy, as I say, post it. Of course they want. Of course, all of her freaking followers and shit are gonna. I mean, hell, I wanted her to post it too, just because I want to see it all unfold. But I mean, anyone who generally cared about either of these two's best interests, they're not gonna. They would say don't post it. But whatever. This is funny. Okay, I tried to watch. Not interested in what Amy has to say. Was Amy even listening to Jim Bob? Posted sources aren't friends, and discomfort doesn't mean you shouldn't expose the truth. If it's journalistically valuable, it should be published. Well, that last sentence there disqualifies that, because it's not really journalistically valuable. But whatever. She's not a journalist, so. You pulled it when she asked you to, and now she's mad at you. You're going to repost. Sounds more like revenge. Way to go, Sue. Honestly, I've always defended you, but this is getting ridiculous. This isn't anything more than getting back at her. Please just stop. Okay, just correct it. You're missing the point. No, that is kind of the point. Amy is the one bad-mouthing Katie. Maybe drop her line. So what if she's bad-mouthing Katie? I mean, what, is Katie just like, she's forced into doing this? Katie can just freaking be a grown-up and ignore anything if Amy were saying that, but it's not the case. I mean, come on. But who's the professional here? Well, who's claiming to be, rather. Look, I have no interest either way, other than this is ridiculous and actually breaks her confidentiality. Okay. You mean confidentiality, yeah. Talking to a reporter is not confidential. It can be. Her trust will be garbage. Though she pulled it when asked, now puts it back up. Come on, games. It is revenge. And it's so nasty and dirty. The ones enjoying this should be ashamed of themselves. I'm kind of enjoying this, but I don't feel that much shame. But you're probably right, Lucy. I probably should. I concede. If you actually look at the DMs, you can see Katie is also lying to Amy, and both of them are being horrible humans. Rejoicing and making fun of rednecks and backwoods Barbie. Same with the stuff about Jana. She made a mistake, and these two are just laughing it up like it's a victory for them. Yep. I would be devastated if anyone in my life turned out to be like Katie Joy. She's cruel, dangerous, and vindictive. Honestly, don't care who did what, but there's a level of professionalism and should be maintained. That's all. Exactly. It should be. There is a level when you claim to be a professional, and it should be maintained. Sue is absolutely right. Well, but I'm going to be using names here. I'm not calling anyone out, though. I mean, if you're watching this, don't send anyone hate. Don't send any of her followers hate or anything like that, because a lot, if you're a member of the subreddit, I don't even know, last I looked, there was like 10,000 people in it. But just remember, there's a good chunk of those 10,000 that were there last I knew were once supporters of Katie. So these names you're seeing on here, they're most likely going to be in that subreddit with the rest of us before you know it. So this is why I think it's very important to be very kind, try to be kind, and give them grace, really. Okay. Yes, there should be, but mentioning that neither of them come out of this looking good is not untrue. Right. Both of them need to reevaluate their lives. It's not really fair to pin one for being problematic when it's clearly both of them. Yeah. This is her page and this is her paid job. That's what I'm addressing. Okay. I hear you. Did she ask you before dragging you on Twitter? No. Then post it. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. Okay, one post to defend your honor, cool, but this is a bit ridiculous. Yeah, exactly. Off topic, but I wanted to ask. I remember you mentioned a few places you buy your clothes from in one of your videos. Would you mind telling us again? You always wear such cute tops. Oh, Sloan. Oh, Sloan in for the fucking undercut there. Oh, dude, that was good. That was good. For those who don't follow, Katie has said like dozens of times that she gets her clothes from 3130, which is Amy Duggar King's shop. So by Sloan asking this, it's just kind of like like a kidney shot kind of burn, I guess. Oh, and there's a comment gone. That's funny. So your reporting has now turned into the Amy and Katie show. Give it a rest, honey. Give it a rest, honey. Okay. Follow another page if this one bothers you. Calm down, Karen. We all have the right to comment our opinion, even the ones you don't agree with. How is she being a Karen? If you are going to troll a page someone likes, expect blowback. What? So, okay. He's not trolling. That's what he's saying. Is it he? I didn't even see Jackson. I don't know. You have a top fan badge for posting a lot on this page, but you also don't like this page. Check your own blonde haircut. You have a lot more Karen in you than I ever could. Okay, I lost track of where that was going. Can you turn closed caption to the people? Okay, stop being such a revengeful person. It's absolutely disgusting. Let's see it. I definitely watch it. Are you manic? That's kind of cool. Oh, look, another Katie hater using a fake name. All right, I'm getting petty. I know. Must condone the Duggar ways. I don't. What? Well, how do you figure that? Oh, okay, just because you disagree, just because people disagree with Katie or any of you as her followers, doesn't make them like Duggar people or like capable or supportive of anything that the Duggars do. I mean, come on. If you're saying that, if you're resorting to that, then you just don't have a valid argument back. That's my opinion. I hate the Duggars. I love how you people assume that anyone who points out Katie's blatant hypocrisy and horrible ways are Duggar lovers. Do some research on this woman. Yeah. Freaking conspiracy theorist, you people see freaking Duggars around every corner. Don't forget to look under your bed tonight. Might be a Duggar under there. Not everybody has to agree with the way you think. Doesn't make them P lovers. doesn't make them Duggar lovers. Man, I'm telling you, I ain't never seen any more cult people than you people. Just keep blindly following. Word. Who is you people? Oh, Jesus Christ. You did not just say that. People who follow KJ posts and contribute to the content by posting. Oh, I think she actually meant that, like, sincerely. Okay, my bad. People like you, Almeo. You commented on almost every single post she's made recently complaining. Who's the problem here? Yeah. Actually, I've been with Katie for a while. It's her rabid fans that I am addressing right now. If we comment on anything other than the way they think, then comes the Duggar conspiracies, being called a Duggar or a P-lover, when it ain't got nothing to do with that. It's called like following. Think my way or you're a Duggar or a Duggar friend, B, please. You can look way back. I don't usually comment much, but when I see people being trashed on here, being trashed for having their own thoughts, nope. I do have to agree with you on one thing, though. I shouldn't be commenting on the content and contributing. No, I know that feeling, Debbie. You're the problem. And in many ways, today's post, I've commented on every post you read. Yeah, okay. I'm not going to go through too many of these because Katie doesn't usually comment on any of these. Stop letting it bother you, Katie. Don't let her troll you. Okay. So I'm going to go over and check out Instagram. Okay, so let me refresh the page. Because I had it pulled up since before the stream started. Okay. So, what is this? No, I don't care about that. The interview Amy asked me to private due to Jim Bob. Wait, oh, she didn't have all this on the other one. Finally, this is the interview I did with Amy March 25th, 2020. The interview covered many topics, but overall was a negative toward the family. The video had, okay. So you can see the video is still in my archives. I don't think it's ever okay for anyone to threaten to silence. Okay. Amy and I did another interview days later. We spoke publicly about the previous interview. This is not a secret that the interview happened. She also tweeted about being silenced after what happened with Jim Bob. There was nothing damaging to Jim Bob in this interview. She shared her experience on the show. Such a sweet talk between. I just watched it. I don't see the issue. I'm in the process. Oh, because it was private. So when's it going live in a minute? Purposely make it public, working on it. Okay, so maybe so. Please do make it public. I don't even understand the conflict between you. Okay, what's this? Please do make it public. I don't even really understand the conflict with her. Understand her conflict with you. The stuff she said that you have reported is not incriminating toward her. And there's now a live stream from her about how the devil is out to devour us. I don't get it. I looked for the live stream. I can't find it. So I'm wondering maybe if Amy did this, because this comment is 3 hours old. Wonder if Amy did do a live stream but took it down. I think she does do that often. I don't know. So to that, Katie responds, the devil devour us. Oh my God. Take accountability and stop blaming the devil, Amy. She gets mad at Josh for blaming Satan, but I guess it's not equally applied. Ooh, that could be taken a couple different ways. She just went live. Okay. I want to get to these screenshots too, and I don't have too much time, more time. June 2021, Amy Dillon King joined me on Instagram Live. During our chat, Amy brought up multiple times me coming down to Arkansas. She asked about it if I was coming down for the trial. She also mentioned I should come down and see what Arkansas is like. In a separate live stream, which I didn't save, Dillon discussed the places they'd show me if I came down. I never took them up on the offer to come down. The timing never worked out. During the time I interacted with Amy, We spoke numerous times about coming to Arkansas. It wasn't this big thing. As a reporter, I wanted to speak to people that I covered. Prior to the December trial, I also asked Amy about hotels near the courthouse. Ultimately, I did not go to the trial, nor did Amy. For anyone saying it's inappropriate to share these details, I'm only doing so because of the repeated lies spread that I invited myself down or that I lied about these conversations. Amy and I were friendly, but I don't think you can be friends with anyone you report on. This would be a huge conflict of interest looking back. I can see how that is confusing to people. In many ways, she did feel like a friend. However, I don't think friends would be accurate. I may have misread our interactions as more friendly than they were. I don't know. I enjoyed speaking to her. She was funny and engaging. Amy wasn't a source to me for my videos. Everything she said publicly was what she knew due to her NDA that she isn't close to many of the Duggars. There wasn't insight she could provide. All right. So if she wasn't a friend and she wasn't a source, why were you always talking about her? Why were you always talking with her? Why was she such a part of your life if she wasn't giving you information, nor was she providing friendship? I mean, they can't both be true here. She was either a friend or a source. And I do think Katie is kind of right about the source thing, because let's face it. I mean, Katie's here just releasing anything and everything private between the two of them. If Amy were secretly a source, I think Katie would have blown that shit up by now on her for her. So I think it is very possible that Amy wasn't much of a source, which means that she was serving, her capacity in Katie's life was serving as a friend. In Katie's mind, why else would Katie have her there all the time? But now she says it. And also too, I mean, Christ, just seeing how overly obsessed and consumed she is by this spat between the two of them tells you that they were friends, tells you that Katie thought and believed that they were friends. Okay, maybe Katie feels wronged here or something. Maybe she was. I don't know. But to just deny the basic foundation of this whole disagreement is the fact that it spawned from their friendship. So you can't deny that and still carry on with the disagreement. The disagreement wouldn't exist if it were not for the friendship. Okay. The sources I have are people that don't really know Amy. Most have admitted to me that Amy isn't in the loop or around. They all say that Amy didn't run in their circles and Jim Bob kept her and her mom away from the family. The family is complicated. Their issues are complicated. But it's important that for transparency that I'm clear that these allegations are true. All right. I'm going to skip past this one because I want to get to the screenshots. Oh, she did not. She put a post up on hypocrisy. Get the fuck out of here. Oh my God. You are so full of shit. You are so full of shit. Oh my God. See, I think this is why people just keep following her and keep watching her. I think it's kind of what draws me in is the nerve to be so blatantly in everyone's face full of shit and so hypocritical and not care. That just really gets under people's skin. Just saying. And this here, LOL, don't feel sorry. This isn't me asking for pity. No, she's not asking for pity. She doesn't want your pity. I agree with that, because she will come right out and say you can tell when she wants pity, because she does anything and everything she can to invoke it from everyone. No, she doesn't want your pity. She wants your ire. She wants your anger. She wants you to get mad on her behalf and go at those who wronged her. This is what she's trying to inspire now. It ain't pity. All right. Wait, who punched a child? I don't know. Okay, I'm not getting stuck on that. Who punched a child? Okay. Amy told me that video was about Backwoods Barbie. I don't lie. When she got dragged for it, then she told me she didn't know who Barbie was, even though we spoke about it in length. She blamed me for her getting negative reviews on Google. Barbie and her fans went after her, and she blamed me for what she started. I only told her that Barbie hates me, which is true. I do think that there is some truth to that. I think Amy kind of did know who Backwoods Barbie is. I don't think Amy's video was solely in response or for Backwoods Barbie or mocking her. I think it was I think it was in large part mocking like a lot of the hate she had received or had been receiving throughout the years. But I think it was Backwoods Barbie that was like that last straw, and that's kind of finally pushed for that video to happen. So I think she knew who Backwoods was. And I get why she didn't want to admit that, but here's the thing, Amy, if you're listening, there's few things in this world that are more dangerous than Katie Joy with an ounce of truth. Okay. This is why it's so important to not put her in a position for her to look like she's the honest one, because we all know she's not. But when she's armed, and I don't mean the word, she's lucky to come out with a little bit of truth. I mean, she's fucking armed with that little bit of truth. There's very few things more dangerous than Katie Joy armed with a little bit of truth. Just keep that in mind. Well, originally I was more on Amy's side, but after seeing this, Katie has done, yeah, come on now. It's done nothing wrong. You're high. She did an impression of a YouTuber. It was funny. It was funny. But she did it at work. She pissed off Duggar fans because she was rude to them, those who purchased from her. They are who purchased from her. Also, so Katie's a Duggar fan. Okay. It was funny. And I mean, no disrespect to Backwoods Barbie, but it was kind of funny. I mean, she kind of nailed it. And of course, now I'm getting a phone call. Oh my God. 1 second. Okay. She did an impression of YouTuber. It was funny. Yeah, no offense to Backwoods Barbie, but it was a little funny. It was. And it was a damn good impression. I think it would be difficult to deal with these people, even in an investigative way. Can you imagine? I'm sick of their mind games. Real friends don't keep snapshots of private conversations, though. Yeah. She is a reporter. She is a fact gatherer. Oh my God. What are they serving in the water over at Instagram? Like, for real. Holy shit. Must have felt that little gnaw saying, hang on to these. That's what happened, Monica. Real friends wouldn't have behaved like Amy did. She's defending herself and proving she's not lied. These were texts, and she screenshot them to show us. I don't blame her. In the case for showing, she didn't race out and show that, yeah, she waited. Yeah, exactly. Has she kept screenshots of private conversations, or has she looked through her archive messages and took screenshots? There's a date on it, so it looks like she went through and took screenshots. Yeah, neither of them are doing the adult mature thing in this scenario. Yep. Sorry, but I always keep conversations. Okay. I don't even care what other people say. It's Katie's insaneness I want to focus on. Oh, okay. So mine must be a Duggar tree. Oh, it's fucked up. Okay. Nope, wrong way. Okay, Amy King brought up that she was thinking about going to the trial and then said, I should go with her. We spoke about this over the phone too. I never said I was going for sure. She never bought a ticket and never went. I asked her about hotels near the courthouse. She and her husband asked me in a live stream to come stay at their house. Again, I never went down. My son is medically fragile. COVID is rampant in Arkansas. Over the summer, I asked Amy if she was vaccinated. She said she wasn't vaccinated and wouldn't vaccinate. She didn't believe in it. This alone is a reason that I wouldn't stay with them. My son cannot be exposed to COVID. And I would never stay in a home with someone unvaccinated. No, instead, you'll sit there and think you have COVID and then snuggle right up with them all night. That's what you'll do. Okay. I thought Amy said she wanted to distance herself from the Duggars, so why does she have AD as a heading? What? Yeah. No, it's not Amy's heading, though. Katie makes the heading. And Oh, no, wait, unless it's an Apple, like iPhone thing. I don't know. And this isn't Twitter listed under Amy Duggar King, just wondering. That's how I have her on my phone. I used her maiden name so I know clearly who she is and connected to what story. Hope that. Oh, you are so foolish. Really? You would have just totally forgot who she was and what family it was that she has some connection to. But didn't you say in another post that there is no connection, that even your sources said that there's no connection? So why would you sit there and think, well, there's a connection? Hope that helps. No, it doesn't help. Well, it does help, but not the way you think. Don't take these down when people try to discredit you. Protect yourself publicly. I have no intention. I'm done with her lies. Yeah, she doesn't believe in it. She's as bad as she. Why is Katie not commenting on that? That's what I want to know. Like that's how I met her. She was trying to work as, some sort of vaccine advocate, some sort of like defender of modern medicine against pseudoscience and everything. And she wrote a couple of really good articles. I mean, some that I think that still, hold a lot of value today if they were to be like republished or something. But so why isn't she kind of jumping all over this? Why didn't we know? Why didn't other people know that Amy Duggar King didn't believe in vaccinations? And mind you, I want to say this too. I don't think Amy Duggar King is ever going to watch this, but if by some chance you do, okay, if you ever, and unlike Katie, all my DMs stay silent. The only thing I'm going to ever share from DMs or anything is if I'm sharing my words. Like if someone's saying, no, they never said that in a DM, I will share my little thing. Okay, I will not share anyone else's. I will just share what I said, so long as the information in it is not too, personal or whatever. I just want to say that. And other than that, the only person's DMs who I have shared and I will continue to share is from this woman named Nat in the UK. And that's because like we all kind of think that a lot of the stuff she does is she's lying about and she's full of shit. So I even argue that it's not really her information that I'm sharing. But that's a whole nother story. If you have any questions about vaccinations, please reach out to me. I'm not a healthcare professional. I cannot answer them for you, but due to my advocacy and everything online for vaccinations, I do have people I can connect you to so you can get the answers from the actual experts, okay? I can help provide sources, links. Believe me, I could. Just tell me what your issue is, and I will set you up with all the information you need to learn from and the people you need to speak to, okay? Please do this, okay? Because I mean no disrespect, but you're not an expert. You're not an expert in any of the sciences related to virology and vaccines or whatever. You're not an expert in medicine. So to just say you don't believe in it is kind of ignorant. And I mean no disrespect. Ignorant means misinformed or not informed. It doesn't mean stupid, okay? But it is kind of ignorant. So please, just if you don't reach out, just reach out to someone. Speak to your healthcare professional, your doctor, someone, please, and just get the right information. All right, I'm done with that. Okay. What is this about? Oh, I got myself like the queens. I don't know what that means. Just sick of the lies. Oh, I have no doubt. Might go to the trial. Might. I want to know testifying me too. Down and go. LOL. I might. I see that even that invitation is very loose. Like, yeah, why don't you come down and find me? Wouldn't that be funny? Like, do you think he would freak? Oh my God, he loses shit. It's one of those things where you don't ever expect it to happen. That's what it sounds like. It's a flippant invitation. That's what it sounds like to me. Just stop. See, why is she letting this shit go? Oh, look at it, Von Art Guitars. Oh, that's Katie's husband, Paul. Or Paul. Todd. What did I say, Paul? She's such a liar. She, like the rest of the family, thinks they can just lie their way out of everything, as if others are too dumb to realize they're lying. Okay, I'm going to get a few more minutes here. All right. Amy told me the story she made was about Jana falling asleep while babysitting. She then lied to your face, and said it wasn't about Jana after she got backlash. I already figured Amy was, one giving you info. I don't think she was. Nope. Why do you bait your followers? Why do you bait your followers who your informants are? Don't make it a subject for people to speculate. Yeah, very good. You can't confirm or deny if someone is a source in an effort to protect the actual source, because every bit of information you give is leading them to the answer. If they can get to the answer either through direct information or through the process of elimination. This is why you don't confirm or deny. Was never a big Amy fan. Okay. Why would she throw shade at Jana? Man, I liked Amy. How can someone get mad at another person for reposting a public post? Because when Katie reposted it, I mean, you're right, though. You can't really get pissed off about that. But I do, I think she has a right to question Katie about it. Because when Katie did repost it, Katie highlighted the fact that she was throwing shade. She was exasperating. I can't talk now. She was making the problem worse. And she's not a member of the family. This was two cousins talking about each other. And then Katie just throws herself right in the middle of it with like a big grenade to blow it all up. So I think Amy had a right to question her about it. After Amy got backlash for the shade she threw at Jana, which I was not the only outlet to report. Really, though, were other outlets like friends with Amy? Because let's face it, if she wasn't a source, you were awfully friendly with her. Okay. So, I mean, I don't think Katie would loved her like she loved Lindsay. I mean, I think Lindsay kind of broke her heart, but Katie definitely liked telling people that they were friends. Okay, she lied to me, and it was about watching Daxton. I then showed her the message where she admitted it was about Jana. She changed and said, but why did you post it? I posted before speaking to her because I know Amy throws shade. The comment literally was directed at Jana. Okay, wait a minute. What? Let me go back to this one. Amy told me the story she made was about Jana falling asleep while babysitting. She then lied to my face and said it wasn't about Jana after she got backlash. After Amy got backlash for the shade she threw at Jana, which was not there, she lied to me that it was about watching Daxton. I then showed her the message where she admitted it was about Jana. She changed and said, but why did she post it? But she just said this. Katie just said that she posted it before talking to Amy. So in this screenshot she has is a screenshot, I think that's of Katie's post, isn't it? Right here. Oh no, that was Amy's post. Okay. But the shade, it just doesn't prove anything. Wait, I didn't sleep. I don't sleep because the accident was the body. But it wasn't an actual stab at Jana. It's a very sad situation because of your post. It's unwanted attention. I just personally can't handle anything else right now. Yeah, this doesn't prove anything, at all. I mean, Katie's trying to say that in one instance, Katie's trying to say that she put this post out, then talked to Amy, and Amy said, oh yeah, no, it was totally about Jana. And then Amy came back and said, no, it wasn't. And then in one instance, Katie is saying that she had it confirmed it was about Jana. So then Katie put the post out, and then Amy got backlash, and then she, and in these posts, or in the screenshot she's showing, it's not showing that Kate or that Amy admitted it was about Jana it on any timeline. I mean, we don't know if Katie's post was out or not. There is no timeline established here. So, I mean, this is just really just this is typical, because this is typical in which Katie will have a modicum of truth and present it in a way that it tells a story when it just alludes to the story. And that illusion without confirmation is all the difference in the world. Yeah, how is all of this helping to dismantle a cult? This is just drama and it's uncomfortable to watch. Well, I don't know about the uncomfortable to watch part, but it is just drama. All right, Katie must be done commenting on this post. She doesn't stick around to comment for long. You mean I were okay? All right, I'm going to read this one, look at the comments, and then wrap this up. Okay, she has supposed to come down. In a separate live stream, which I didn't save, Dylan discussed the places. They showed me if I came down. I never took him up. As a reporter, I wanted to, okay. Unfortunately, or ultimately, I did not go to the trial, nor did Amy. For anyone saying it's inappropriate to share these details, I'm only doing so because of the repeated lies spread that I invited myself down or that I lied about these conversations. Amy and I were friendly, but I don't think you can be friends with anyone you report on. This would be a huge conflict of interest. Yeah, because all this time she's been very adamant to point out, yeah, we're friends, but it's a conflict of interest. No. Looking back, I can see how that is confusing to people. No one else was confused about this. It seems like you were the only one confused. In many ways, she did feel like a friend. However, I don't think friends would be accurate. I may have misread our interactions as more friendly than they were. I don't know. I enjoyed speaking. Did I already read this one? I think I did, didn't I? Oh, no, I don't. It's unfortunate that so many people, many who call themselves Christians, have nothing better to do with their time than make up lies about you, Katie. I wish you didn't feel like you need to, just 1 minute, okay? Let me wrap up. I wish you didn't feel like you need to defend yourself. Apparently, I missed something because I'm confused about what happened between you and Amy. The trolls happened to Amy. The troll, yeah, okay. Okay. Oh, Katie happened to Amy. That's what happened. All right. So, what am I doing? I'm going to check the comments on this. I found myself sick of my others defending these people. Oh, this is what, I want to cover one of her lives that she did on Instagram last night. Wow. Don't feel sorry. I'm not sad. Yikes, I'm sorry you're dealing with that. No, I don't need pity. Did I already? No, I didn't look at these, did I? Can't even keep track now. I stand with you. Yeah, okay. All right, so here's my take on all of this. They were friends. They were absolutely friends. Whether or not Katie really liked her, like she apparently really liked Lindsay, I don't know. But Katie definitely liked being able to say that they were friends. And she liked that Amy thought that they were friends, okay? That was enough for her to carry on with the friendship, whether her carrying on with it was genuine or a facade, I don't know. And I don't think she had any conflict of interest reporting on the family with being in that relationship with her, because as she points out over and over again, Amy wasn't a source. And I do kind of think that that's true, because just the way she's trying to blow everything up on Amy right now, if that were something she could use, she would have thrown it by now. And she hasn't. So I don't think Amy's been a source. I do think, though, that Amy, when she did that video, and seemingly about Backwoods Barbie, that it was kind of about Backwoods Barbie. It may not have been just about her. Okay. But yeah, it kind of was about her. I don't know why I think she's afraid to look human to people. I think she's afraid looking human is going to hurt her business, but it's not. humility is a huge thing, and people love seeing that in other people. It's hard to show. I mean, yeah, as a conversation I had, referencing a conversation I had the other night with BXB's boy, it presents you as vulnerable. It makes you kind of vulnerable when you show humility. But other humans like that. They like to see people vulnerable. They like to see people confident and comfortable enough to be vulnerable, because it puts them at ease when they see this. So humility is a good thing to have. And sometimes you just got to put it all out on the line and be honest to achieve it. That's my thoughts on the whole backwoods Barbie thing. As far as inviting her down, yeah, I do think that was said. But I mean, there are people like in my chats or whatever, say, oh yeah, you should come visit me sometime. But it would be weird if I sat there and said, okay, yeah, why don't you email me your information? I'll go book the plane right now. That would be fucking weird, right? And sure, maybe the person in the chat, maybe they and I will continue talking, and eventually it will lead to that. But to happen and to spawn from that comment alone would be fucking weird, okay? And that's where I think Amy's invite was coming just from that conversationally tactical place or whatever. She was just making good conversation and being nice and being, friendly. She was being Amy. And it would have been weird if Katie said, okay, yeah, let me go book the plane right now. They would have been like, what? That would have been weird. So it wasn't a real, full-fledged, genuine invite. It was just being nice, And most importantly, I want to point this out, that what people were pointing out about the invite to Arkansas wasn't just that she was said, oh, yeah, sure, come down. Katie said on video over and over again that she was specifically asked to come down for the trial, and she was asked by Amy and Amy's mother to come down for the trial to provide moral support for Amy, for the family, for, I don't even know, Deanna, is that the mother's name? I think, okay. But she claimed she was being specifically asked for her moral support. And Katie even went on and on to say that, well, yes, security might be a problem, for Katie, because everyone down there hates her, apparently. Oh, wait. Before I said that Arkansas was like Germany and she was like David Hasselhoff, but in that scenario, Germany actually likes David Hasselhoff, so that wouldn't apply. My bad. That just dawned on me. But yeah, so she's talking about security, and then she even comes out and says, yeah, but I wouldn't really need security because I'd be with Amy, so I'd be safe. So in Katie's mind, her friend was asking for her, Amy was asking for her friend to come down and give more support. And Katie even said in that video, yeah, it's not that I think I'm not like her only friend or anything, but I think I am her only friend that just knows the truth about everything and like can just report on her truth. And like, she doesn't really have a lot of people that can do that. That was Katie's claim in that video. So, but now they're not friends. Listen, man, I don't even care. This is fun. It's interesting to watch. So I'm not even saying it shouldn't be happening. But be real. This whole spat is nothing more than a junior high little spat among two girls whose entire self-worth relies in the image that they are able to portray to the world. Okay. This isn't even about like real character amongst one another or amongst themselves. This is just about the character that they thought that they were putting out there to the world. And they feel like that the other person is starting to harm the illusion. Neither one of you got that illusion. Okay. Just get over yourselves. All right. I think Amy embodies that illusion more than Katie at this point, but if she keeps being a little bit less than honest, I don't know if that's going to last. But more importantly, Katie is releasing the DMs here. She will continue to do this. She will not let up. There is no shame here. Katie will do whatever it takes. She will plow over whoever, no matter how good of friends that you think you may have been with Katie, you have the same outcome to look forward to. So I don't think that Katie's lying about, I don't think Katie was friends. Definitely friends. I don't think Katie's lying about her not being a source, but they were definitely friends in Katie's mind for whatever reason. So, and I think that after that backwoods Barbie thing, maybe Amy didn't quite have Katie's back like Katie expected her to. And I think Katie kind of felt, I don't know, she was kind of let down by that. I think she's out of her mind because you know what? Why would Amy have your back when you clearly are taking shit that she's telling you and you're making it into a post for notoriety? You are exploiting your friendship, your relationship, okay? So why the fuck would Amy have your back? But you're going to sit there and demand that she should have had your back. And because she didn't, you're going to go out and do all this. I also want to add, though, too, that when is that Amazon documentary coming out? I want to say I read somewhere or someone told me 2023 or the end of this year. Well, Dina had shared with me an article discussing it, and it was kind of like just giving people a heads up, like, yeah, no, this is what it's going to cover. You wouldn't believe all the connections here and this and that, whatever. Reading it today for the first time, dude, it's like Katie didn't just steal their idea. She stole their freaking outline because she is following this thing to a T, like in the order even in which they state all of this. Part of me wonders if, I think it's a good chance or a good assumption to come to that likely either the people making the documentary reached out to Katie or Katie heard about the documentary and reached out to them. Okay. I think it's pretty safe to assume that one of the two happened. So if Katie's not referenced or used in the docuseries at all, why is that? It's either because those making it reached out to her, contacted her, and then changed their mind, or she reached out to them and they're like, nah, sis, we're good. Okay. And I think that that's why Katie is blowing all of this up, maybe a little bit, possibly, because she wants to try and kind of, if everything that they are going to reveal in the documentary were to be released now, kind of what's the point? And I think that's kind of what she's trying to do. She's trying to, I think part of her is thinking like, you didn't want to use me. Well, I'm just going to take your thunder from you. Because you know how she feels about thunder. Allegedly, my opinion, whatever, take it for what it's worth. But now I really have to go because I'm crazy late. So, all right, yeah. Where's the outro? Okay, bye.